Okay, I love these Oakleys. I'm going to throw them on right here, and I'm going to go down to the desert because it's going to be really sunny. And I like one of these defenders, and it's not Chandler Jones on the Arizona Cardinals. I watched that entire game. Titans versus Cardinals last week, and the player that stood out the most wearing a single digit at linebacker.
Go on.
It was second-year linebacker Isaiah Simmons.
Who?
Last year, for much of the year, it seemed like he was lost out there. He was jumping off. This is the play on the goal line. Isaiah Simmons, one-on-one with Derrick Henry. Says, come on, bring it. All right, I'm not just some safety. I could play linebacker. Takes Derrick Henry on straight up and brings him down. He's got Dalvin Cook this weekend. But let's take a look at what Isaiah Simmons did. Lost in the Chandler Jones stat sheet. Isaiah Simmons last week, 9 tackles. His first interception.
Love that.
2 passes defended. This is a second-year player who a lot of people were writing off as a bust last year because he didn't even dress in some games. He's a key piece to this Vance Joseph defense. Now you've got Dalvin Cook, you've got Kirk Cousins, you've got Jefferson, you've got all these different offensive stars on the Vikings. They're going to be coming into his town. They're playing this game in Arizona. Isaiah Simmons, I see you. Clemson superstar, now an NFL superstar. Great week 1 for him.
Awesome.
NFL superstar.
Let's go.
Now, Peter, over the last couple years, I had to get my reading glasses, not my sunglasses, to find this guy.
Oh.
Because we didn't know where he was going to be. Didn't know if he was going to be playing, didn't know what team he was going to be on. But Antonio Brown, let me tell you, people, I spent some time with him this offseason in South Florida. He's in the best shape he's been in several years. Had a conversation with Mike Evans last week, and he talked about the juice that he brings to that team in practice. I believe this, Mike, no disrespect. AB's the best receiver that they have on that team. And if he is anywhere close to where he was, and he's been dominant against the Falcons 4 times, averaging over 113 yards a game, this weekend, watch AB. Call God, somebody. Call him, because he is going to shred the Falcons this weekend. And watch for him to continue what we saw from him. He was on his way to a Hall of Fame career. Watch him this weekend.
Chris, we have heard for years, he's in amazing shape. He is a personal chef. He's in great shape. How's he doing up here? How's he doing his personal
Well, I had to check that first.
Because that's everything with this guy.
He's always got a 6 or 8 pack.
Okay.
But now that's real talk. And he has had issues before. But I can say, mentally, right now, this is real issues. He's doing the best that he's done in a couple years.
Okay.
And you're justified in asking.
Sure, man. We've been through a lot with that guy.
Yes.
Brady seems to have a calming effect on him. I hope that lasts. My brightest star is actually 2. I don't know if you guys read this. I was reading, there's a geologist who wrote this piece that he says this Sunday around 1:05, there's supposed to be a seismic activity in Indianapolis.
Tectonic.
Yes, it's huge. There's going to be, the needles are going to be jumping. And it's when Quentin Nelson goes against Aaron Donald for the first time in the first series of the Indianapolis Colts. Guys, we got a guard versus a defensive tackle, and it feels like, Michael Jordan versus Magic in the finals. I cannot wait for this. Look, we've seen some great ones over the years. Don't get me wrong. Larry Allen versus John Randall was a hell of a matchup. However, it's not as hyped. The media was than it is. You're going to turn on this game, and there's going to be Matthew Stafford and Carson Wentz, and it's going to be about a guard and a tackle. And they're going to have a million cutaways. There's going to be a million spot shadows, and we're going to break it down next week. I can't wait for this. It also feels a little bit like when you play one of these fighting games like a Street Fighter, and you just say, never mind the cute little guys with all the moves. Give me the big dudes. This is like E. Honda versus Zangief, and just go 3 rounds or 4 quarters. Can you believe this? Chris, are you fired up for a guard versus D tackle?
I'm so fired up, but also, this is the year with the rule changes. I want to get more big guy highlights.
All right.
I want to see big guys smashing small guys, but in this case, Sunday, we got big man on big man.
I've never even seen Top Gun, but you just look like you belong in the movie right now.
The jacket glasses
really
combo.
Works.
Yeah, you look great.
It really works for you, Chris Carter.
Stay above the hard deck, Chris.
Chris is with us all show long.
I can't see any of my material right now.
I answered this email really late about brightest stars, and I was like, what do I just want to see and root for and I'm excited about? It's Justin Herbert. He faced that tough Washington front last week, and he crushed it. A come-from-behind win, over 330 yards through the air. He did his thing. Rashawn Slater, love watching him. Taken 13 overall, what a value for that LA team. I know it's early. I know it's week 2, but this week, SoFi Stadium up against the Cowboys. No DeMarcus Lawrence, no stopping Justin Herbert. I think they get the win. I think he puts up crazy numbers, and then I think people start thinking, oh, is this a playoff contender in the AFC? And I think that they are.
A Chiefs killer? We need one so badly.
Chiefs killer.
We need a Chiefs killer.
I didn't say that.
We got to get there. We got to believe in this guy.
That's our brightest star.
Heineke said we got dudes at every position.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, now that's a dude.
That's true.
Saw him at the combine, shirt off. Holla.
How's he look?
Oh, okay.
Shred it?
I'm all into that. I'm holla. Yes, sir. It ain't bragging if you got it.
I also like it's the first game in front of the fans at SoFi. It's going to be really huge up against the Cowboys. Dak and Herbert. It'll be a